TheDenverChannel.com. We are hosting a chat with investigator Mike Harris from the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. We really appreciate you being here. He's one of the country's top experts in internet crime. This is such an important conversation to have, and we're already getting some questions from some of our online viewers here. And let's go right to these, because there's a good question on here from concerned parents. She says, kids think it's an invasion of privacy to check their phones. How do you let them have their space but still help navigate through the dangers of what's out there, because there are a lot of dangers out there?
There are too many dangers, and the problem is if you give kids space, that's when these creepers, as the kids call them, I call them predators, that's when they move in, and we need to be vigilant as parents. And invasion of privacy isn't invasion of privacy, it's parenting.
Yeah, so parents really need to get involved in this. And what would you say is the biggest concern right now?
Well, the biggest concern is a lot of these kids, they just go on, they'll add the apps, and they don't know the privacy settings. They don't know whether location services are on, where the GPS is activated. And again, if they would only talk to people they know face to face, they would be so much safer. It's the simplest message, but it's the most important message.
And how do parents really have that conversation with the child and really make an impact while they're discussing this?
Well, parents are the ones paying the bills.
Yeah.
And parents have a life investment in their children, and they need to have these conversations. They need to check their kids' technology tools, such as the apps the kids are adding, because if you don't check them, the kids are adding them daily, and they're finding out from other friends, and it doesn't mean they're doing something bad. Inadvertently, they can come across a really bad person, and that's why we're doing this story, to alert parents to get more involved with their kids and technology.
And we should mention, if there's parents watching right now and you have some questions for him, he's going to be here doing this online chat. You can send questions directly to him. He'll answer them for you. But I wanted to ask you, too, because we were talking about the location services, and when children or even a parent downloads the apps, you can sometimes give these predators a map to your whole life, right?
Absolutely. Location services, you need to make sure it's off on your camera settings. When you add an app, you need to find out, do I really need location services on? Like Facebook, that should be turned off, because while you're talking to people, if they can see your location and you're talking to someone you don't know and they are a creeper, then you're in trouble. So it's best to have that off.
And with so many apps coming out every day, I mean, it can be a bit of a challenge for parents to stay ahead of all these things. I mean, what is your advice for them for keeping up?
It's hard for us to keep up, and so we are constantly doing it every day. When we hear something new, we look into it. And when parents see something new or the kids want something, explore it, look into it, find out, what does this app do, what purpose does it serve, and is it safe for their children? One app might be safe for some children, another app might not, just because of the vulnerabilities each child possesses. All children are different, and they react to some of these apps differently. So it's important to look into them all.
And you've talked to a bunch of kids from various ages. What are some of the things they're asking you and telling you about their experiences online?
Well, just for example, we taught at a school the other day, and this girl came up to us and says, do you know about the Whisper app? And I said, yes, it's all those people are anonymous, and you got to be careful who you're talking to, because right away it goes against my rule, not knowing them face to face. And so it's very important to get the information from the kids, but then also spread it out there. And so we do that on our Cheezo.org website, and constantly trying to alert parents, and doing news with you guys, because it's very important to alert everyone.
It's important, and it's so scary, the creepers or the predators that are out there, and so many different ways they have access to our children. So thank you for sharing your advice today. We want to remind you again, if you're at home right now and you have a question, go on to TheDenverChannel.com. You can get into this web room right here, and you can submit your questions directly to him. He'll answer those for you today. This discussion will be going on until 1 p.m. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your tablet. Thank you so much for being with us today, for helping us.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Mitch, back to you.
All right, Kelly, thanks.